will humans establish a global, peaceful relationships with the ETs?
With ETs?
Yeah.
Good question. Well, I think before we start thinking about extraterrestrials, we start thinking about each other as human beings on this planet.
Yeah.
And that it requires us to also first start thinking about peace within ourselves. I think that it's very common that human beings, we lose focus on what's really important. What's really important is the relationship we have in our own mind. Right? So how do we treat our own thoughts? How do we understand in our own body? How are we creating our emotional relationships to our family members and to our friends, and then also to the people we see in this world? I think before we start focusing on other planets and other planetary beings, we try to get it right here.
We get it right already with ourselves, no?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's the first thing we have to work
I like
on.
that question.
Yeah, lots of people ask this, eh?
Yeah, they love extraterrestrials. Yeah.
Are there ETs in our world? And did you ever met one?
We are all eternal consciousness and we all exist beyond this human reality. There are some physical-based life forms that are not human-based existing in this world, not of physical matter from this planet in this world. Have I met any or experienced any? I've met a lot of people who believe they are, but usually they're born into human bodies from biological parents. Aside from that, have I ever met a person who's told me they're not born of biological parents? No. I've never met someone who's told me they're not born of biological parents. I've seen numerous light beings. I've seen human beings show me their non-physical selves that exist beyond this human reality and beyond this physical dimension. But in terms of an actual human body-based person telling me I'm not born of biological parents, I've never heard that. People will often say I'm an extraterrestrial because their consciousness associates with something beyond the human body and the human conditioning. And that's very common, especially where I live.
Yeah. And do you see then something different about them? Do you see them? Do you perceive their energies and everything?
No, they're human beings. They're in a human-based body. My experience is that we're all eternal beings of consciousness. I think that a lot of people have difficulty being human. I think a lot of people struggle with being in this human world, and sometimes they feel more resonance with beings of non-physical origin. Now, I channel for a lot of beings, and I recognize that a lot of souls have had lifetimes, previous lifetimes in other worlds and on other planets. But in terms of being here in this world, it's really about being inside the physical body and in this human reality. So some people I know struggle with that because human life's difficult. And so they may take on an identity related to their past lifetimes and make that more important than their experiences in this present lifetime. Ultimately, I don't think it really matters where we identify ourselves with in terms of this lifetime or past lifetime. I think we're all eternal souls. And when we wake up to that realization, then we don't really place importance on all these particulars. But from my experience, everyone that I've seen with my physical senses here has been born of the physical body, the physical world. I've never met anybody who's actually claimed it and had evidence of it, that they're not from this physical world. Yeah.
Okay.